Dry.
Oh God. you got your, you got me, Killer Kev 625, and then you got my two co-hosts. Introduce yourself.
I gotta be a co-host. Flaming
You
Is it
Sword.
introduce
really a
yourself.
ho-host?
Flaming Soul.
And
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? This nigga, man, it's Mr. Real Music, man.
could you put some
This
damn
nigga in here
like
singing like some. This nigga here singing like some R&B ass nigga. It's Mr. Real Music. There
thank
you
you. Put
go,
some
kid.
off in it. Like
Get off
you
my
Mr.
cock.
being here dry.
Music.
I
Good.
Mr. Flaming Soul without the singing, could you introduce yourself to the people?
I'm a pretty boy in a pretty
Oh,
world.
Oh God.
please. This nigga a whole cup.
But really, I'm just a gamer, like to play GTA, Need for Speed, anything that floats the boat, sports games. If you ever want to play me in UFC, um, Flaming Soul, two L's in Soul with the number one. Send me that, shoot me that friend
Alright,
request,
so
and I will play you.
what if they want to play UFC co-op with you side by side and they draw whatever floats the boat,
But that shit all the way there. It's dead.
huh? But you said whatever floats the boat.
Man, they shouldn't be floating that boat because that's the wrong direction.
That's enough of the boat floating fun.
Uh, I was already done, bro.
You done what? You ain't even introduce yourself the right way. Who? What do you do?
Oh
What
my
do I
God.
do?
You say what?
What do I do?
What do you do, Fawn?
What do you mean? What
What
do
do
I
you
do?
do in the game gamer? What do you
Um,
what do you bring to the table, Mr. Eubanks?
to the table I bring knowledge on everything from adventure to sports to old school games. I'm Triple H. Anyway, I
Going into
play a
retirement.
little. Low key, I be on the 2Ks, both WWE and NBA, respectively. A little hockey here and there, some
What's up,
ghostly
Kevin?
time Battlefield. You would catch me all over the place. I'm not too picky on games. I mostly like games that I can create myself and put myself in. It's like, damn, Fonz, you've been everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
did you just did you just literally ask yourself a question and then answer it?
Yeah.
Psycho.
Something wrong with him. We gonna get away from him. Well, me, Killer Kev 625. People add me that on PSN and Xbox One.
I'm
Uh,
follow.
I am also a part of the NBA live stream. So once people hear me over there, I don't want them to think that he on some coonery shit. No, understanding the two different things. But I play 2K, play wrestling, play Battlefield, Call of Duty, any game I own basically. You want to play some anime? Got that. Want
Gang,
to play
gang, gang,
whatever?
gang.
All day, every day. But that's about it for me. But the first topic we want to discuss is this coming Friday. We have the NBA live demo coming out. So Mr. Flaming Soul, how do you feel about that?
I'm
I'm also
energized,
in the
from
Bailiff
that
Estrian
trailer,
team. I'm
seeing James
Fireball
Harden get his life
305.
taken. It was just it already sold me on that part. And then when they had the legendary, you know, God himself, Kendrick, preach the word, it was over. I don't know how 2K will even compete in this anymore, but I'm really looking forward to the gameplay, all that other if they fix the certain mechanics that they had that was a problem in the last live, and yeah. I'm just ready for that drop. So waiting on that Friday demo, you know, give people to work.
Fonz, do you have any plans on downloading the demo and giving it a shot?
Oh, so what I'm gonna do to make this actually interesting, as you go right now, Kev, I'm going to go to YouTube and look up the trailer because I actually haven't seen it yet, and I'll give my first reaction live
That
on the
sounds
button.
awesome. Cause I mean that sounds perfect. That way we can actually see what you think about it. Don't forget to watch the WNBA trailer as well in the process. But until you find it, I'm gonna tell you my part on it. Well, I'm excited for the WNBA to be a part of a video game.
Oh yeah, that too, the
I've been really
WNBA.
waiting on that for years. I'm sure it's a lot of female gamers that's been really wanting this to happen. I'm sure they tired of playing with the males, and they can really
Niggas.
get in with Brittany Griner and all the other ones, Maya Moore. I'm taking names with the Golden State Warriors of WNBA, Minnesota Lynx. I'm killing everybody. But I just want to see what live can bring because they can't do nothing but get better from where they at now. The graphics look great. I got to get my hands on it to see if the game feels right, but it looks good for what I've seen so far. So that's about it. Fonz, did you find the trailer? Are you watching it?
I'm looking for it now.
Just go to EA
So which
Sports.
one you want me to look at? The
Uh,
one trailer?
yeah, check out the one trailer first, and you give us your live, no pun intended, reaction on NBA Live. Get that? You got that, Fonz?
Live, baby, yeah.
Okay, okay.
A little jokey joke in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, like this nigga haircut, but alright.
Oh my God.
This is like a movie. I got. Uh,
Yep. Ain't nothing better than James Harden getting rocked like
I'll
that.
play it. Ooh, my choices. Okay, of course, of course. D Lee, damn, why he rock Houston? Why he rock that nigga?
What's good?
I want to shout out my boy Brandon Diaz as part of the NBA live stream too. He watching, so that's what's up.
Okay, so yeah, that was actually cool. I'm starting to get pulled in because live got to reprove themselves to me because of everything they did to kill themselves. So
Yeah, which happened
now,
in the PS3 360 era. They really just kind of just put themselves in a
I
hole.
understand.
That was
NBA
bad,
Live
but
first official gameplay. Um, I don't want to see gameplay.
now check the WNBA trailer out.
E3 trailer.
Yeah, you want to check
Alright.
that one out too. That's pretty dope.
So minute and one, yeah, okay. And then I'll look at the WNBA trailer. What path would you take? On
Maurice,
your way.
what Flaming Soul, what's your take on the WNBA?
Oh, I can't wait to play that. I'm gonna cross so many people's life. It's ridiculous. I mean, it'd be nice because 2K also talked about using that back when they was making 2K17, something they quote unquote was going to be in the game but never arrived, and so they kind of like dropped um that whole ordeal, whatever you want to call it. But I think it's a great experience to do it on live because it's more realistic and you don't have to go against like I just feel like it's just pretty good. Like something that should have been done years ago.
What's your take on the one and actually not having to buy VC to upgrade your character?
Oh yeah, and then just the whole thing about grinding. Like there's no cheat way to just buy VC to become a great player. You can just all you're doing it like how they had it set in NHL. You're going to work for them points. You're going to work for that skill in order to be a clutch performer, a killer on the court. you must grind for that skill, and I like that whole concept. It
I'm
just brings
down for
out
that.
the more
The grind is
real.
perfect. If I go against a person that's a 99 overall player, I know he worked for it. He didn't cheese his way to it. He didn't. They actually played the game.
You
So
could choose your way to it if you think
on
about
It's
live,
it.
probably
bro, have you? When the last time you played a live game?
no.
I
You
tell you,
gotta
You
I can
can't
work for
cheese
that.
how
on
you can
live,
cheat
bro.
it. I tell you how you can cheat it.
How
At
so?
least how I think is basically you put it on the easiest
No,
difficulty.
it don't. It still don't work like that. The way
That
you
don't
think
work
it,
at
it don't work
all.
like that. No.
All right, okay. You guys,
This ain't
watch
2K where you can put
WNBA.
the game on
I'm about to watch
rookie and
the
And get all the
NBA
badges.
trailer.
It
yeah,
ain't
no,
like
it don't
that.
work like that.
Ready? I'm watching
Uh,
now.
You could really get your life taken in
so what's your take on the what?
live.
So what's your take
I'm
on the
looking at it
WNBA trailer,
now.
Fonz?
My first thought was upset because Ella Del not the sky. That's
Okay,
my
where
first
where
thought.
where are you at? Cause you not by your TV, clearly.
That's I am. What are you talking
Well,
about?
your mic sounds shitty.
Cool.
Very.
I got the mic. Ain't replace that. I need another one, bro.
What?
I think he said he needs a new one.
I got
Clearly.
the mic that came with the plate.
You just sounded perfectly fine not too long ago. Now your mic just sounds very nasty.
I don't know, bro. Hold on, let me see something. That was cool, though. Kind of surreal thing that, like seeing the WWE, seeing WNBA like that in game form, that's kind of surreal.
Yeah, that's excellent. I'm kind of glad somebody's taking a chance. If it don't succeed in the way they wanted to, at least they did it. 2K act like they just scared to do anything. I don't even know why they brought the European League in there. That nobody got excited over that. Like they didn't use it the right way. So
Nope. They basically just cheated the whole Euro squad. All the European teams just got finessed.
well, with that being said, what are your expectations of 2K18?
Shit,
I
the
say,
same as
hey, take
16 and
out a whole
17.
bunch of, I hope they take out a whole bunch of those animations that did not happen.
You need to fix your mic before you speak,
Because
Maurice.
honestly, I don't like how 2K every year they come out with a brand new game and it's still the same problems.
Y'all can't hear me
We,
for real?
No,
yeah, we can
it
hear you
just
now.
sounds terrible.
Like it's always the
Like
same
you got it dipped in
bull.
water.
It still sounds terrible right now.
No, it's good right now.
Because 17 was pretty good until the first update. The first patch messed up the whole game in my eyes. It played so good when it first dropped. And then when they nerfed every archetype, and then the wrong honestly it felt like the wrong way, and then they had like certain archetypes being like god statuses and shit. I was like, this shit garbage. Oh wait, can I curse? I don't know. I
Yeah,
just did
you can
anyway.
curse. It's a podcast. It's our podcast. No one else.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No
Yeah,
one can tell us what to do.
so at this point I'm sold on
Here we
NBA
go.
Live, and I'm officially saying fuck 2K Productions because
Whoa,
I'm just done
whoa.
with them because I was a loyal customer until they walked me into nothing but cheese, and they constantly let that shit happen like 2K16 in the pro am. The pro am until they fix the pro am in the park, I'm not playing that.
Fonz.
They can suck a whole dick.
2K. Well, I hope they take out a lot of those animations
Oh yeah,
that
the
that you would
boo
never ever
animations
see
in
in
real
real
life.
life in basketball ever. Like even if you played it, like I played extensive amounts of basketball, and then like several animations that never happen in real life. It just doesn't make sense. I hope they add more detail to the story mode. And I heard they'll give us more options on the minor league because we'll have a
actual league going. So if you guys want to check that out, we'll be broadcasting that as well.
Well, with Fonz, with that, what
I
you
just
saying with
expect,
the more to the my league, there will be more added to my league.
yeah.
Now we can, whoever's in there, we can customize. You can customize your teams. Uh, build, basically make new stadiums, all that. They added that into the my league online, which is pretty cool. But yeah,
Hmm.
like you said, a lot of animations for 2K has to go. Like there's that one animation where you drive baseline and you do throw your arms up in the air and like that's no one in real life
That's the one. That's the
has
one I wanted to say. It looked like they
ever.
be humping each other
Yeah, like no one. I
like an
played
Oreo
basketball
the
last week
ball.
and drove baseline. I don't recall one time my arms flew in the air and the ball went out of bounds off the other dude, and then they gave it to them. Plus, they need to fix the animation where the ball just automatically
Drops.
goes off someone's foot. That is the most stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like nobody. How many times have that happened in an NBA game? This shit happens 20 times more than it happens in a season in the NBA. Passing needs to be fixed because those floater passes where the computer just miraculously just jumps in front of you when they're not even knowing that you're passing it that way. That needs to be fixed. I hate that. That is terrible. But 2K gonna have to do a lot because it's like we've been playing the same game for the last 4 years, and they just add maybe two or three new animations, and then they like, oh yeah, new game, new roster, and it's really not.
Like y'all, yeah,
Um,
I tell you what 2K tweet. One thing that upset me. I mean, I like detailed shit. So like when they jump switch consoles. Remember how to my career it used to feel like you was more connected to everything because you could find out what players was like they had
yeah, yeah,
that front
yeah.
the news page that showed
Mhm.
people who was saying they was retiring, who had came to agreement on a new deal, who got traded. Like you don't even know what's going on around the league. You just playing. Like that's not how it happens. Like, but whatever, man. Two
Yeah,
K.
they do need to bring that back. Plus they need to bring back the trading system for a better trading system in my career. Instead of you ask for trade, asking, I liked it when you used to go to your GM and say, oh, I don't like work playing with this player. Me and this player don't get along. Is it what can we do? It's either I'm gonna leave or he gonna leave. What you gonna do? Like,
They have
I kind of
the
like that feature.
fights, the fights on the court and
Uh,
stuff.
One
I
thing
like
I
that.
really do hate about my career, I want to actually be an NBA player. I don't want to come in the league and be a starter 3 games in. I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to be a starter at all. Maybe I want to be a Jamal Crawford type of player. My career. Let me be 6 man. Let me come off the bench, give you a good 20, then sit me down. Maybe I don't want to be that superstar that starred in every game. Like where's my options at? Give me some options.
Contract
I even want,
negotiations.
yeah, I want real contract negotiations. I want even injuries. Like I want my career. I do reckless shit because know we're not getting hurt. I want consequences to being for being reckless.
I
Using
want.
using too much stamina. Let me get a cramp. Let me get the LeBron cramp in San Antonio. Like let me get one of those.
Let me catch the Derrick Rose here and there,
I
torn
Oh,
this,
don't, I
what?
don't
torn
want
that.
the Derrick Rose, bro.
Allow me to tear something, and instead of giving me this one
I even
bull sprain,
and if we get injuries, I want to work my way back to playing shape. Like let me
go
let
to the
me
therapy,
come back and
full
practice
therapy.
slowly and surely, or just run the treadmill. Like let's do real. You're gonna do it in my career. Let's do it realistically. Like I don't want to come in and everybody know my name because I was a good college player. Like no, I want to be a nobody. I want to pop up after 3 years. I just want, and I get my shot. Oh yeah, he become great, but with the VC, you're gonna be great your first year anyway. So hey, what can we say?
That was the storyline to the first my career kid.
Yeah, but you still had VC in the game, and you still came. You could have came in your first game and put up 100. You could have been an MVP candidate at the end of the season or the first one. It still makes no sense. All they did was they started you in the middle of the season instead of the beginning. So I mean, it really didn't mean nothing. Then Spike Lee came in and did some stupid shit. He gave
Yeah,
you the
he
story
messed
in the
up.
first season, and then the game was over with. You couldn't even
Still
win
no
Rookie
point.
of the Year.
Yep.
You are right there. You
Yeah.
are right there. I'll give it to you, buddy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
well, we got games that's coming out in August. So I'm gonna name off a few, then you tell me what you think of some of the ones that's you know that you look forward to. We got Sonic Mania, uh, Ages of Mayhem. If you don't know who did that, that's the people who did Saints Row. It's basically a take of a game in that
I know
universe of the
what it
Saints Row
is, kid.
universe. No, I'm just this it's not for you. It's for the people that's watching and listening who don't know. You got the
Huh.
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy, which is all the Shippuden games that ever came out from the PS3 to the PS4 era on one disc, which is
It just
pretty
sound like
awesome.
he slobbed over all of his face when he found out that was coming out.
Huh? Who, me?
I was cracking a joke on you, yeah.
Fuck you.
For the
Um,
podcast.
we
For the
got
people. I'm the people's champion.
we got Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle for the Nintendo Switch. Finally, something good for them. If they don't know what that is, that's like
Slang.
XCOM. If anybody play XCOM, it's just like that, but for the Switch. You got Hello Neighbor, which has been in beta stage for probably a year now. So hopefully it's gonna be great. Then you have Madden 18 that's gonna end the month off of August. If I missed any other games, they obviously wasn't relevant. So Maurice, what you think of the games in August?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck about none of them except that Madden. I want to test out that a little preset career mode that they got. And see, I haven't played a Sonic game in so long. So I'm pretty interested on what they're gonna do with that because I honestly didn't like the last few Sonic games.
Oh well, with this Sonic game is actually it's a 2D Sonic game. It goes back to the original Sonic. Some of the old levels, new levels, is just updated. That's all. It's just like Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Just
Okay.
new. I mean, just HD graphics.
And then,
Oh, and the one game,
Madden.
and I forgot. There's another game I forgot that comes out in August. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think that's a just an add-on.
Yeah, it's a standalone game or an add-on. So I mean, but technically, it's like a brand new game. What 10? What is it, about 10 to 12 hours of single player? And then for the people who don't own the original game, you can buy this one, and it comes with the Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So, which is pretty cool.
Oh, they get a clean stain.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's something nice. What about you, Fonz? What you think?
Don't forget
I
about that
don't really,
Frostbite Madden. Oh,
I
beautiful.
don't really care too much about most of the games that month except Madden. Although the Ages of Mayhem does sound intriguing from what I've seen because I ended up seeing a trailer for it not too long ago. It looked like it might be in the realm of almost like of Infamous a little bit from what I've seen. If you like that type of jump, but I don't think I would buy it. I'd like do illegal things to apprehend that game, but I wouldn't buy it straight up. But yeah, yeah, that's it. The career mode, that long shot on that man looks very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Well,
also
go ahead.
ready to check that out too. Let's move on to September.
Well, I have to talk about the games I'm looking forward to. Duh.
We don't care about your opinion, nigga.
Well,
You the
my opinion
host.
counts today. So the games I'm looking forward to: Sonic Mania. I'm not really too fond of Asian and Mayhem. It's okay. Let me see. Naruto, I'm definitely looking forward to because I never got a chance to play the first Ninja Storm game, so that's pretty cool. I get a chance to play that one. Um, I actually want to check out Hello Neighbors. Who doesn't want to go and see what your neighbor is up to, doing some shit he ain't supposed to do? That's pretty cool. And then Madden, of course, the GOAT edition. Who doesn't want to get that?
So Hello Neighbor, is it like multiple choice type point and click?
No. Basically, what you have to do is you have to find a way to get into your neighbor's house. Once you get into your neighbor's house, you have to find out what your neighbor is into.
Ain't that
So I'm
breaking
down
and
there gonna
entering?
eventually kill this person.
He's either going to kill you if he catch you or something like that, but you have to find out what activities have your neighbor been up to, because he probably been on
Isn't
to some
that
fuck shit.
breaking and entering?
Yes, it is breaking and entering, but if he's on some other shit, then technically you're breaking and entering and solving a murder case. I I I I hope that's what that is. If you in there and he's in a sex cult like R. Kelly, then hey,
You and your
join
own.
in. Okay,
Yeah.
on to September. We got Knack 2, Fawn's favorite game of all time. Destiny 2. You got Marvel vs.
Trash.
Capcom Infinite. NBA 2K18. NBA Live 18. Pokken Tournament DX for the Switch. Project Cars 2. Dragon Ball
Oh,
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 for the Switch, and then you have the Nintendo SNES Classic Mini. Maurice.
honestly, all I really heard was Project Cars 2 for
Are you
one,
saying
because
you
I
didn't hear what
love
I said, or you just said fuck with the other games?
yeah, fuck the other games. Project Cars 2, because I love cars and racing games. It's like my own personal secret fetish. I love those things,
It's kind
those
of creepy, but
cars.
okay.
And Dragon Ball Z. I've been a fan since birth, so can't hate. I even though I don't really like the approach of going more arcadish, looking like a Street Fighter for that game.
No, this
My
is
own
Xenoverse.
preference.
This isn't. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
they
Okay,
coming
my
out with
bad.
Xenoverse 2 for the
I'm
Switch.
talking
This
about the
isn't.
other game.
No, the other one
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
come out
I
until
mean, it'd be
next year.
okay. Then for the Nintendo Switch, I mean, it's pretty nice to get them to give them a
Yeah,
taste of
Switch doesn't really get too many
what
games.
PlayStation and Xbox gets to use. What they've ran through already. And give them a nice experience of the game. And yeah, I only heard those two. Wait, what was the rest of them? Because I
You
really
had
did.
NBA 2K, you had Live
Oh yeah.
18, you got
Oh yeah.
Destiny 2, you got Knack and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, and then you got the Nintendo SNES Classic Mini.
All right. So that Marvel versus Capcom, if Wolverine's not in it, they can suck a dick. Um,
Facts.
um, Destiny can definitely suck a dick because they lost my interest in number one.
Even with the new added story, like they actually added a real story mode to this one.
Yeah, that like everyone
Well,
talks about the story mode being a turnaround turn, a head turner for the fact that they incorporated a real story mode to the game instead of doing that with the very first one after dropping just nonstop DLC of just bullshit. And then, I've seen and played a little bit of it. I didn't really felt the same to me. A little more challenging on everything. I like it, but at the same time, I don't like it. The whole random luck thing, which feels like bull. The Crucible is broken, like 2K's part, my part. 2K, I honestly haven't seen a trailer yet, so
There
I'm
is no
trying.
trailer for
Yeah,
2K yet.
so they're basically you're basically in the dark with 2K. I honestly don't think they might push something back. Who knows? They might be just hiding it until release date. So
Man, you probably won't get a trailer to the end of this month.
yeah, because they trying to think about how to beat the crossover of James Harden plus the legendary Kendrick Lamar music. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
DNA for Life like sold it.
They gonna have to show Michael Jordan getting crossed. I swear, it gotta be something like that bad. Michael
it's
Jordan getting
almost
tapped.
like they was talking to 2K with that.
They was talking to 2K.
Like it was shots fired
Shots
completely.
fired all the way to 2K.
They asked point blank range headshot.
They
Knock
letting
knock
2K
2K's
know
noodle
that hey,
back.
we not playing. We trying to come back to where we was at. You got to remember, a lot of people forget When you playing 2K, you actually playing NBA Live. Back in the PlayStation 2 era, all that stuff they added in the 2K, we did that with Live already. The badges, crossover, all that was on Live. If you notice, a lot of people don't know Mike Wang worked for NBA Live. His last game he made was NBA Live 10. 2K did not become what 2K was until 2K11. Why? Because Mike Wang left Live and took all the stuff from Live and put it in 2K and 2K11. That's why Live is where it's at now. You got to find another innovator to make Live go. So that's what that is with that. So, Fonz, what you think about these games for September?
I mean, September is live too, right?
Yeah.
So we gonna see what live all about. I
Oh, we
think
definitely
2K
seeing what Live was about.
No, I know that
Congrats.
shit's getting
they
purchased.
gonna come out the woodworks with that fire though. Still for that ass.
That's
I ain't even gonna. I just hope they do something for those animations though. Then
Who? 2K.
yeah. Then we
that's
got that Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I played that story mode demo. That shit looks sick, bro. Like
I wasn't too fond of that. That gameplay was
you
kind of
wasn't.
shitty.
if I don't
No,
see
it felt like it
Wolverine,
was
I'm
like
not
two, three
interested.
buttons, but that'd be a game I have to actually play the full game of to really understand that.
Because as of right now, 2K
Anything else you
is
looking forward to in September, Fawn?
Uh, not really, bro. Like,
yes.
what else is it? What else would you think you could see me playing though? Cause I don't like
That's really
really
it.
like,
Knack 2.
bro. I didn't really like the first Knack while you're trying to be funny.
What you mean? You said that was the greatest platform of all time.
You got the jokes.
Not even the Nintendo SNES Classic Mini. You don't think you'll purchase that?
Classic Mini.
Yeah,
No, I
$60
would
price
not.
tag, 20 games.
God damn it.
Yeah, but these are all. Well, I explain that later when it's my turn.
Yeah, classic joints. Because I'm a classic fellow.
So is that it, Fonz?
Yeah, that's it for me, brother.
Oh well, for me, I'm only really looking forward to the NBA competition that month. I really want to see how they do well with both of those games, and uh Project Cars 2 is definitely on my radar for that.
I'm definitely purchasing.
I got Project Cars 1, and I liked it. The graphics beautiful, weather system beautiful. I just gotta. Oh wow, I gotta get into simulation racing. That's my big thing. Marvel versus Capcom. I'm gonna leave that up to you, Fonz. That's not really my thing right now. And Destiny. I'm gonna wait for that to come out first for me to just decide if that's something I'm gonna play. Knack. I didn't even play the first one, so I have no intentions on touching the second one. Whoa, when the hell they put this in the game? Okay, I ain't never seen this in 2K.
See how you said we were supposed to stop?
No, like literally, I've never seen this, Maurice.
Or
Look,
I'm looking at it. Oh, I've seen that
I ain't
little
never seen
commercial.
that in this
He's,
game.
he's talking about when they be out of nowhere shooting you with a
Yeah, this
commercial
like
in
a
the game.
commercial or something. Like I never seen that in here. But the Nintendo SNES Classic Mini is I would grab that just for the fact that it has a lot of old school RPGs, Final Fantasy VI. They got some Zelda joints on there. That would be the main reason. Uh, Mario, all that good shit. But that's about it for September. Games that's come out for October, which I know we definitely gonna have a great discussion in October because we have Forza 7, The Evil Within 2, Middle Earth Shadow of War, WWE 2K18, Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, and South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
No laughs.
are you serious?
Yes, The Fractured Butthole.
Fleece
If you
Johnson.
if you don't put anything next to that wow next to South Park, then you're doing yourself an injustice. So what you think, Maurice?
Shit, honestly, I'm lost for words. That's a nice selection of games coming out. I mean, except the South Park, that's just for jokes to me.
It's actually a pretty good game.
You know, I just never could get into those piece of shits to me.
It's an actual pretty good RPG.
And because what month is this game? These
October.
these was October. Yeah, October and November seems like the best selections
Well,
to me.
we gonna get to November real soon, but
Yeah, I really want to wait for that November selection.
okay, what games you looking forward to in October, Fonz? Mr. Real Music Two Thumb Fonzie.
What? You want my opinion now?
Yes.
Well, I say, you know I'm on that WWE. I can't wait to check out this new career, see what else they added to it. Uh, Although I think they still lacking on a couple things. Like I hope they bring back all the animations they took away from us, which they seem like we'll never get those.
You talking about the
Uh,
ones from the 360 and PS3 era?
yeah, like the
Yeah.
old animations from people who don't wrestle no more, but
I assume they're gonna
like you
slowly
had.
put that in there to in order for them to add features to say, oh, we added something new. I'm sure
Then
they're
you
gonna do it.
gotta you got the considering that I do the universe for the Gang Gang Gamer channel, I get to do a new universe with new options, so that should be nice
Shameless
too
plug.
to actually to see what we can do
That shit
then.
fat as hell.
That should be fun. Also, I'm looking forward to that. Dang, I forgot. I'm sorry. Can you say it for me again, G?
Um, Forza 7, The Evil Within 2,
Yeah,
Middle
Evil
Earth.
Within too.
Can
Yeah,
I
I'm,
finish? Can I
I'm
finish?
looking.
Can I finish?
I want. Yeah.
Middle Earth Shadow of War. 2K18, Super Mario Odyssey, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, and then the South Park game. I'm done, Fonz.
Oh yeah, Evil Within too. Yeah, I can't wait to play that. Uh, Evil Within too. Give me that old Resident Evil feel as it's more of you surviving your environment because how Resident Evil went into the action thing, which I understood because it's about keeping up. You can't stay the same, but considering I like the whole storyline of Evil Within, it allows them to stay within that realm really. Uh, so I'm intrigued to see where they could go with this story after the way the first one ended anyway.
That's what's up. Anything else?
Oh yeah, that's about it. What you got? What
Uh,
you got, brother?
no, the Evil Within 2, definitely can't wait to play that. The first one definitely brought back that Resident Evil 4 feel.
Yeah.
Middle Earth Shadow War, definitely gonna play that because that first one was valid. That Nemesis system, just flawless. Like nobody can do it better than that one. And then WWE 2K18 because I get to watch you do your universe, which is gonna be gonna be awesome since everything is custom made, belts,
Custom.
uniforms, arenas. If you haven't checked it out,
Absolutely
go
all that
to
shit.
Mr. Real Music's YouTube channel and watch his universe. It's nothing. It's very different from everybody else's you see. They use regular wrestlers. He got all the old school. It's excellent. Just get to it and watch it. Shameless plug. Uh, I'm getting a Switch by the time Super Mario Odyssey comes out. So that's definitely a game that me and you Fonz would we definitely have to get into. And then Wolfenstein 2, I'm definitely playing that one. I feel it's one of those games that don't take itself serious, but it's serious at the same time. So
Yeah,
if
you
you
know what? I
have you
mean,
played
I
have you
got.
played it, Fonz?
Yeah, I beat the first Wolfenstein
You beat
actually.
the one that I that that we that I that we played that I got.
Yeah, I beat that already.
Oh yeah, that's one of those games that does not take itself serious, but it's a serious game, and I like that.
Yeah,
I like that approach to it.
it got that old Doom feel to it a little bit.
Yeah, it got that old Doom and Duke Nukem feel, but it got
And the
the comedy
storyline's hella
spots.
intriguing, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and who doesn't like killing Nazis? Everybody likes killing Nazis. South Park, that's about to be one of those games I'll grab for the 20 piece because I don't really have too much time for RPGs in my life. That's just not something I do on a regular. I still haven't beat Mass Effect. I feel like shit. So, with that being said, we're on to November, the month Maurice is really looking forward to.
All my favorite games.
You got Call of Duty World War II, the release of the Xbox One console,
Boy, suck at that.
then PS4 stands, Crackdown 3, Need for Speed Payback, Star Wars Battlefront 2. You got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon.
Okay.
The game I've been waiting for 5 years now. The Sims 4 is finally coming to console.
Let's get it. I could play life again.
I'm definitely gonna play that. What else we got? 2K18 wrestling for coming out on the Switch also. Which they say the graphics
Oh, yeah.
look actually they say the graphics looks great on that system. You got Sonic Forces, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for people who play that. That's coming for the Switch. Rocket League is coming to the Switch. Which is good for them because they do cross-platform play, so you can play everybody on all systems. What else? Player Unknown Battlegrounds for the Xbox is coming out. If anybody don't know what that is, that's one of those battle royal survival shooting games. And then they're re-releasing Resident Evil Revelations for the Switch, which is probably I don't know about
I
that.
don't think it's too good of an idea.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's about it.
The
I love
biggest of the
Maurice go
biggest.
first.
Motherfucking Need for Speed Payback. I'm looking forward to all of those beautiful customization options, gameplay, and everything that the game has to offer for the simple fact that I've purchased the last Need for Speed game and enjoyed it to the fullest. The one thing I want in the game is pink slip racing and auctioning off your cars to other players. If I can do that, like how they had it in what's that game? The Grid. What was that? No, yeah, the Grid game, racing game. If I can do it like that, just auction off my cars and whatnot for more money and so on and so forth and all that good stuff. I love it.
Yeah,
But
they need to have that option they had in Midnight Club too, where you can sell your cars online and people can buy them.
definitely. And then
That'd be
I
pretty
really
cool.
want I don't want I don't want Need for Speed to do like the last Need for Speed and just have a pre-selected a number of cars and not just drop, like at least give us a more wider selection. Like I need like more than 20 cars, because the bullshit y'all gave me last time was just retarded. You gave more exotic cars that had no, that were getting beat that was getting beaten by like cheaper cars, and we only had like what, maybe like a little bit over 10 cars, and it was just stopped there. Like y'all dropped like one little DLC of cars, and it was over from that point on. You just left us hanging with that. Like I want like the customization from Forza to come touch Need for Speed, and kind of give me the feel of Underground and Most Wanted. That's nice. It's great enough that I'm about to live the Fast and the Furious lifestyle on your game. I enjoy that, and I mean shout you out, and everybody fuck with Need for Speed, because that's the game. It's the best racing game I've ever played, or street racing game, that I've ever played best.
And anything else you're looking forward to?
It was some more games. What was the games you said before Need for
Got
Speed?
Call of Duty World War II, Star Wars
Oh,
Battlefront
Star
2.
Wars. Star Wars is another great game I want to look towards since it's basically a remake of the back from the 2000. I mean, from PlayStation 2, Battlefront 2, and it just if you haven't seen the gameplay, I strongly suggest you go look at it because it is just mind blowing. I fell in love with it the day I saw the gameplay at E3. I wasn't there, but I saw it, but it was amazing. It made the child in me explode with joy. Because I mean, growing up, that was like my number one, sci-fi game I've ever played. If you subtract Star Trek, because that was like later on. But Star Wars is just one of those games where you can just sit for hours and play. I'm really looking forward to seeing them if they allow us to do the space battles and whatnot, which would be awesome. Going in, taking ships again, having all those classic game modes they had back in the PlayStation 2 and bring it to the new gen systems. And then Call of Duty, I don't know, if they were like, basically, riding dick because Battlefield 1 went back in the World War, what, 1, 2 era, and then now Call of Duty is going back to that era. This is wild. Like, because Battlefield is they pulled it off most recently, but everybody knows Call of Duty already. We already been in those eras already back in the early gen systems and whatnot, and now we're going right back into it. I don't know if it was like the follow the leader, because Battlefield got more hype and got more players or something. But I look forward to it because the gameplay looked nice. Um, it's pretty interesting. I want to see what that story mode is like, and how that online is going to be for the fact that I don't have to deal with people wall running. Now, if you put wall running in there, I'm not going to play that game.
Oh my God! Please don't put that back in there.
Like,
I don't
and then
want to.
that
I don't want a World War
flamethrowers.
II fucking jetpack prototype. I don't want that shit.
Yeah, it's bad enough you got the 25-foot flamethrower that's just reaching everywhere. That's perfect. It gives me the feel. Like, give me the feel for once. That I'm playing a actual modern day war game. I don't actually take joy in playing futuristic war games. Like when will I see a nigga wall run? Please show me this. And then not get killed. Like, you're dying
I
in the
like
game.
futuristic war games. It seems like against a huge threat that's non-human.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that on some Doom shit, or anything like that, Dead Space, but not a futuristic war game like Call of Duty. Like, Call of Duty, honestly, in my case, my opinion, didn't even have to touch that whole sector.
They low key did because Ghost was ass.
I mean, they didn't even have to make Ghosts. They could have just did something
No, they fucked up with Ghost
crazy.
because they was trying to make it Battlefield. Those maps were too big for a
Too
fast
big, and it
paced
was
game. You can't have a fast paced game and just
Alright,
put
so
big ass
look,
maps.
kid,
Yeah.
I'll tell you later. I can't say it on the broadcast.
Well,
Just
what
know
is
the
your
letter.
but what is your what is the games you're looking forward
Well,
to,
I'm looking forward to that BB front, that battlefront. It's going down. It's going down. That's my shit, bro. I'm always been a secret Star Wars fan. Having to be able to play the last Battlefield, that shit was just like nice. I really like enjoyed myself with it. So I'm waiting to see what they're gonna do with this too, considering they ain't did a game. They waited 2 years to drop another one. Uh, I'm also looking forward to damn, what was that? I forgot. Let's see. Battlefront, Call of Duty. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm intrigued to see how they gonna do this, cause that 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 futuristic shit they was doing in the last couple years, bro, like really turned me off. Like I don't even trust it no more. I'm actually, I actually want to see Need for Speed too.
What the
I
fuck?
used to like racing games, but we ain't had none. I ain't really seen none in the minute that I thought was worth buying until I started gaming with y'all more. So I guess I'll probably check this Need for Speed out too and see what it's about. I'm pretty sure Maurice is gonna help me make sure all my shit look squared away. He wouldn't let me be out here driving on the online with a thought mobile, would you? Would you,
Nah,
Maurice?
nah. If you rolling with me, you gotta be able to keep up.
Well, is that it for him?
Yeah. What else would you think?
For
I
me, let
mean,
me see. What ones I'm looking forward to is I'm really not getting too depth with Call of Duty. You and Maurice really said a lot. Uh, I don't need to get in depth into Battlefront. Just can't wait to play it. A game I am going to talk about for you damn PS4 stands, Crackdown 3.
uh,
If that game is as destructible as it says it is, that's an A1
ain't
game for
Terry
me.
Crews in that?
Huh?
Ain't Terry Crews in that?
I don't think he's in the game.
Oh.
Um, that's about it for Crackdown. Like it just if it just comes off. But the game I do want to talk about, The Sims 4.
Mm.
I am like the biggest fans of Sims. I've been playing Sims on console since they allowed us to play them. I had three. I even bought Sims 3 Pets. 4 is coming out, and hopefully it comes. It plays like the PC versions of the game because Sims 3 was like a watered down version, and it's very bad. Fonz, what the hell is that in your background?
That's a fan, my brother.
Boy, if you don't turn that piece of shit off. Um,
It's not a
Another
piece
game,
of shit.
Maurice. How do you
It's
feel about Skyrim
industrial.
VR? They are dropping
I
Skyrim for the 8,000th time in the last 3 years.
I felt like you was gonna ask me this. I feel like it's a waste of complete space because what the fuck do you like they made Legendary Edition and Special Edition exactly the same, just a different title. Like what the fuck? And they
Of
finesse
what?
so
The
many
Sims?
no Skyrim. They finesse so many people out of their money for dropping that. Because one, if you bought the game when it came out back in what, '09 or something like that, it was you could have easily bought all the DLC, right? I don't think it should take like motherfucking it should take like 6 years or whatever for you to buy a damn all the DLC, unless you know you just never had the interest for it and then you saw the game come out. But back to what I was saying, Legendary Edition and then Special Edition, same game, right? Same DLC, everything is the same packs, all that shit. Then now we're looking at Skyrim VR Edition. Like I can already go first person in the game before you even release that. Like, what makes you think I want to spend like $400 or $500 on a VR headset just so I can just
Mm-hmm.
click a button and go first person?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's even more waste of money. So, if you actually buy it, I will, I mean, if I could, I would, but I mean, you can add me on Snap or whatever, send me a message on on the game, on, PlayStation, because I did give out my username or whatever at PSN. I will call you a dumbass. Like, I'm no bullshit. I'm going to text you and call you a dumbass for even purchasing the game. Because now you're not even a fucking gamer at that point. You're just a complete dumbass. You might as well be as bad as a crackhead.
You're a Skyrim stand, as we call it.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
you're just a retarded Skyrim player
yeah,
who's just all on their
just waste
nuts.
money on Skyrim. That's dumb. Another game, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. Is it a sequel?
As
Yes and no.
long as it don't get you caught up like Pokemon Go.
No, it's basically they came out with Ultra Pokemon Sun and Moon last year. Ultra is basically they just added DLC to the game. That's it. They added one new Pokemon and then like a little bit of story, and it was like we're gonna put it out as a full game. So if you decide you want to buy that, I can see for people who didn't buy Sun and Moon. If you bought Sun and Moon, don't waste your fucking money on that. It's stupid. Very dumb. Dragon's Dogma. Nobody ever played that. That is a great RPG to play. and it's coming out for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Get it, play it. You're gonna like it. What else? Uh, that's about it for me. I guess Player Unknown Battlegrounds for people who have owned Xbox Ones, since it's only coming out on that
Mm-hmm.
system. Well, we know that's like the same person who made H1Z1. He
Yeah.
he broke off from that and then he made his own game. So instead of it being like a survival, find food, find it, it's more of a battle royal type game. Basically, you go in with a squad and you go in by yourself and you try to see who can survive the longest, basically. So it's I'd say 100 people. Like how long can you and your group survive outside of those 100 people, or if you by yourself, how long can you survive out of those 100 people? If it came to the PS4, I would definitely download it and play it,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sounds
especially with
pretty
the
interesting.
game. That sound because it's still a survival game because you still have to find clothes and armor and weapons. You're not gonna start off with weapons. You're gonna start off basically naked. You gotta find all that and then go do your damage within this big old map. So it's still fun. So they had it for the PS4. Definitely would buy it. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna buy it for Xbox One because I don't have too many people to play with on that. So and for the people who play Revelations, if you get it on Switch, good luck.
Because
That's
you're
all
gonna
I'm
need it.
gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And then they coming out with another dot hack game. That game hasn't came out since PS2. Did those ever come out for the PS3 and Xbox 360? I don't recall.
I don't think so.
But that's the end with this section. Now we're gonna get into our anime. We're gonna talk about Dragon Ball Super. Maurice Fawn, since we could talk about it from episode 1 to episode 102.
Oh, that's
Summarized.
okay.
Summarized.
Okay.
When-
I was gonna say you're gonna need a really long broadcast.
no, just
Um,
summarized, and because technically, like the first 50 episodes is fucking movies, so like you really don't have to break that
oh yeah,
down
you
too
right.
much.
You
Like you can
definitely
really
right.
start from Black Goku, Zumatsu, all the way to the tournament
Well, I mean,
now.
I can summarize all of it anyway, like from the movies and stuff. And everybody knows that Goku eventually became God status through the help of all the other Saiyans. And then that's when they introduced Pan as being, Videl being pregnant and whatnot, and Gohan being weak as shit. And then,
But you have to explain. See, a lot of people think because Goku's Super Saiyan Blue, like he's on a whole nother level, which they
oh
really
no, no,
don't
no, no, no.
understand what Super Saiyan Blue is.
So Super Saiyan Blue is more like um, oh damn, what can you
He
say
can
it is like?
control his ki to the
He,
point where
yeah,
nobody
he
can touch
honest.
him. Like
Yeah,
he has
yeah,
total
like
ki
when
control.
they go into God status, they're all, they're key control. They first have to learn key control before even going to those forms. So once they understood and learned how to do key control, it became like a more easier process of them, unlocking higher levels of power. And by the time they became blue, they were no longer, they were basically at God status, meaning like they scared Beerus and whatnot, and then go through the training. Goku was already given a hand, or was it him or Vegeta was given a handicap for the fact that Goku was able to reach a form through help, and Vegeta had to really work, so he had to skip Super Saiyan 3 in the first level of God status or whatever, the Crimson Red little transformation. He skipped both of those just to be Super Saiyan Blue. So if you want to call someone
But
powerful,
but can we really say that Vegeta skipped?
I mean, yeah,
Huh?
he obtained he obtained the levels without even going through those transformations.
Yeah, but we can't. But I believe he can still go into those forms, into Super Saiyan 3 if he chose to. I
I
believe
mean,
so.
yeah, honestly, yeah, he probably would be able to do it if he really wanted to. And then then Frieza got revived, and then then he came to Earth. Then we saw how Gohan was a family man and he was just weak.
See, Just trash.
and got brutally beaten, almost dead, and almost got killed by Frieza. And you know his father had to save him like all the other times when Gohan damn near died. And yeah, and then you know that introduced the world into Vegeta's first time transforming into a god, and then that shocked the world for many years to come,
That's
possibly.
Vegeta face.
And then, you know, if you didn't see it, you know, Vegeta manhandled, I repeat, manhandled Frieza like he was a child. And then, you know, they always have to find a way to give Goku the clout, you know, make him the GOAT like he was Michael Jordan or some shit. And they gave him the final kill move after he blew up the planet originally because what's name took so damn long. Because Vegeta was, you know, making him pay for everything he did to his, you know, his precious planet and father and people, because he was next in line to be the king. And so, you know, to carry on, then, you know, Gohan gets stronger for the fact that he almost died by Frieza, and he didn't know how to, you know, they all went back to the practice lifestyle, you know, train lifestyle like they used to like they had enemies every day, and that was pretty good. And
Let's talk
then that's
about.
when the tournament,
Oh no, go ahead. You can go.
and then that's when the tournaments came into play.
Oh yeah, we
When
do have to talk about that tournament before we talk about the Matsu.
yeah, the first tournament, you know, was basically like a testing ground, sparring of the new different that was when they brought in the other um generation, you know, not generations, universes into play, because we all didn't even know about other universes until this tournament. When we
Well,
That's when
actually,
we
we
learned
knew
about.
about the other universes when he fought Beerus,
Oh yeah, you're right.
but
You're
you
right.
didn't.
You're right.
You
We
know,
did.
we didn't think they would come. Well, we kind of figured they might come into play, but they really came into play during this tournament with his
Yeah, and
brother.
that was like the first tournament was more like a testing ground to see the strength of all the different universes, see how they played against each other. And it was pretty nice, you know. Goku, you know, he did Goku and mopped the floor with just about all of them. And you know, Vegeta was doing pretty well. Gohan was doing pretty well. Wait, no, Gohan wasn't in the first one, was he? No,
No,
no, he
Goku
wasn't.
wasn't in the first one. Goku was. I mean, Gohan was acting
And
like a biatch.
because he wanted to be taking care of his kids and shit. Something Goku never did. Deadbeat ass nigga. But yeah, the tournament was more like a testing ground, sparring and all that. Then it quickly turned into like a kill or be killed when Goku and Hit went against each other. And then Goku showed the world a brand new legendary transformation called Kaioken Fist. I think I said it right.
Hmm.
Where he combined his legendary Kaioken that he used to mop Frieza with a little bit, and mixed it with his Super Saiyan Blue, you know, SS Blue, you know, whatever you want to call it, SSJ Blue. Um, and then he became
Wasn't it called
a time.
Super Saiyan Blue Super Saiyan?
No, yeah, they called it like at the very beginning, people was calling it like Super Saiyan Blue. I mean Super Saiyan God. No, what they call it, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, some wild ass unnecessary shit.
And then Toriyama was like, fuck all that. We're just gonna call it Super Saiyan Blue. We're just gonna call it Blue, whatever. You know, and then after that, that was like the deciding factor of that tournament, the fact that he won that. And oh wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Picking this up. Oh, and then after he won that, then they went to training because they realized that they were not the strongest out there, and how bad everybody basically lost. And you know, after years of training, you know, then the next, then who? Oh, then Trunks comes to the past as usual,
Hmm.
asking for help, and realizes that Zamasu, aka Spawn from Hell, um, a Supreme Kai from another universe, is um, what was he, like a because that was the Elder Kai, and then he was the Supreme Kai, I'm guessing. I don't know how that worked. He was just no, he was his
He's like
assistant.
an apprentice to
Yeah, apprentice,
Supreme Kai.
apprentice. And it turned all really badly because he wanted more than just to be an apprentice, you know, on some Anakin Skywalker shit.
Yep,
And
basically. That is basically what happened.
and he wanted to be the master, and so he killed the master, took his ring, his time ring, whatever you want to call it, and then he became ultimately became evil and went on a quest for vengeance and just defeating Goku. For some reason, he just wanted to pick on Goku, killed him, took his body, killed his kids and whatnot. He's basically killed everyone off in Trunks' time, and then Goku comes to the future. Goku and Vegeta comes to the future with Trunks, help him defeat him, and they realize that he was not alone. And what was I gonna say? Oh, and then they had the other Zamasu, who was the copy. He was like the Zamasu from a different time period, but he was like he was immortal, so he couldn't die. And then what happened after that? Then they end up coming back again after they got brutally beaten, almost killed off. And then Vegeta came back and manhandled the mess out of Goku Black, like treated him like a bitch. And
Which was a
and
bad
Goku
idea for for Vegeta.
yeah, because that quickly turned. But Goku comes. They had Goku, corner trap with a little spirit energy sword lodged through his what's that fucking kidney or whatnot. And they tell him a story, like tell him a little bit of information what they did when he obtained his actual body. Told him how he killed his wife and Goten. And Goku lost his marbles, lost his shit. Like how Vegeta lost it when Cell killed Trunks, but it wasn't as bad. I don't know if it was, yeah, because he didn't give them his all. And and he mopped the floor with Goku Black, and then he one hit the immortal Zamasu with one hand, backhand his ass through a building, and then quickly the tables turned. And then they fused, and then that's when the shit show really begun. Because then they had Trunks go into his Super Saiyan Rage mode. Since he's not a god, he's not a full Saiyan, they couldn't give him a god form. So they gave the half Saiyans the next best thing, Rage mode. He basically, yeah, he basically went to like mini Broly status, and he was fucking them up for a little bit, and then the world saw its first father and son Gallic gun.
They got the Gohan and Goku
Yeah,
Kamehameha treatment.
and they had to give them the love that they gave Gohan. I mean, yeah, Gohan, Goten, and Goku at one point. And it was clearly weak as shit because they
I
almost didn't
mean,
win
it
that.
wasn't weak. They just couldn't. You can't kill somebody that's immortal.
I mean, Goku, when they challenged Goku, the nigga was able to hold that bitch back by itself and then push it completely back. But the problem was it took him to break both his hands to
Yeah,
release
that's a
full
difference.
power.
He had to sacrifice some limbs for it. So
And then that was a clean pointer. I wouldn't say spoiler alert, but I mean, because I already damn near spoiled a lot of shit if you didn't watch it. But um, that was like a clean hint, because Goku said, "You want my full power? Here it is." He was in Super Saiyan Blue at the time, and he released the biggest Kamehameha he could have ever done yet, and it broke both his hands, and he still had more than enough power to even go in the Kaioken fist and basically go all out in that shit too for a glimpse.
that is true.
And then he blacked out due to complications of three broken body parts and probably surpassed his own limits.
Yeah, but a thing I really want to get to is the worst ending ever. That was the worst, the shittiest ending to a
Oh,
battle
oh yeah,
ever. Like that
yeah.
shit
And
was
then
terrible.
Trunks became like a more sensitive. Well, I wouldn't say sensitive, but he kind of like awakened some type of powers. Basically, it felt like it felt like a
A
cheap way
cheap
to end
blue
the
form.
series. Yeah,
The whole
and
ending was just the whole ending of that was
because
very
they
ass.
basically got tired. It felt like they got tired of, making new stuff, so they kind of just gave him a Vegito spirit sword,
No, that was
and
pretty cool. I like that, but I'm just saying how Zamasu was
no,
destroyed
just
was
kill.
like
Oh yeah, yeah, that was
he took
plain
over his
bull.
whole spirit, just took over the universe. Like that was fucking terrible.
Yeah, and then he just died
And
instantly by
then no,
one sword.
what's the name? Zemo or Zeno? Goku was looking for a Sizu bean and found that and just all. Don't you want to destroy him for us? He is annoying. And then Goku told everybody to get in the time shuttle and do all that, and that was it. Like that was just terrible. That was just ass.
Oh yeah,
But
and
let's
then
skip forward to what's going on now. We don't want to make it too long.
yeah, oh yeah, and as of right now, we're in the Tournament of Power, where any universe that is all 10 fighters in that universe is kicked out. The whole universe is basically fucked. Like you're going to be erased
Yeah,
instantly, like
which
not even
clearly,
a blink late.
which clearly is only Universe 7 versus Universe 10 because everybody else is getting their ass whipped with no hesitation, as
Yeah,
which is very funny.
because if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, um, you might as well cut this shit off now if you, I mean, if you don't mind. But off the gate, Goku and Vegeta played no games. Or they did play games. They wanted to test the
No,
strength.
technically Goku was still playing games because Goku was too
Yeah,
busy
you know what?
testing
Yeah,
powers of everybody, every fighter that's in there.
yeah.
Like
So yeah, Goku's like
he
testing
thinking this shit is a
everybody,
joke.
even though he is like he's at risk of getting booted. Even when Jiren was was looking at him and fighting him, he didn't even get serious. He was just testing this nigga. And then the shit show happened when the three brother wolves tried to jump on Goku, and then Vegeta had to come in like a big brother, and they both single-handedly mopped all three of them off in one attack, which looked so fucking beautiful and OP. Um, Gohan as usual is Gohan, but as of right
They
now,
hasn't even
Gohan
really, yeah, they
is
really haven't showed Gohan the way we waiting for them to show
yeah,
Gohan.
yeah. Like that's what I was gonna say. Like Gohan, we haven't seen like what happened in episode 90 against his
I
father.
have
We
a
haven't seen
feeling,
that
yeah,
Gohan
I
yet.
have a feeling Gohan is gonna be the one that's gonna go against Jiren.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I feel like Gohan is going to be the one because I feel like he needs to. I think Goku is going to get probably severely beaten. He's going to get his ass beat by Jiren, and Gohan is going to be the one. Jiren is going to be the one person to push Gohan to that to that level to obtain that new form. The
Mystic too.
yeah, mystic God form or whatever you want to call it, to protect his family and the earth and whatnot. Since you constantly hear him talk about it all the time, protecting this, protecting that, and God forbid, they kill they fuck around, kill Piccolo. It's
And
a wrap.
they
It's
can't
a
kill,
fucking wrap.
so
I know. I'm just saying, like, if they were to kill
but
Piccolo,
I got a feeling
Gohan would fucking
Piccolo
kill him.
gonna get taken out petty
Oh
as
yeah,
fuck.
I feel
He
like
gonna get taken
honestly, it's
out
gonna be
bogus as
down to
hell.
the last three people is going to be I honestly feel like it's going to be Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta, and then from that point on, it's going to be down to Goku and Vegeta. I
But
mean
we still have to remember
Gohan and
what
Goku.
Frieza and Frost is gonna do because they did low key link up together and was like, yeah, we can do this and do that and take people out together. So we Frieza does have something up his sleeve. We just don't know when it's gonna kick in.
This is true, and then it's bad. You know what? And then that's another thing when he was brought back to life from hell. I mean, he was brought to the real to life when Goku basically had his ass come up from hell for like a day or two or whatever. Um, he was a kind Goku. I honestly feel like was fucking with him because he said, "Oh, we're matched in this form," but honestly. Frieza has no idea what Goku can do currently, meaning like he has no idea of he does not know nothing about the Kaioken fist. He
No,
has
I
he
don't
has
think
no
Goku.
idea
I
about
think
his limit
Goku
breaking
purposely didn't
form.
show him his full power for the fact that if he know my full power, he probably find a way to get around it. And if I gotta destroy him again, he won't see it coming. But
And then
I think if that happens, I think Vegeta gonna be the one to be like, look, you got to go. That's it. I'm tired of seeing you. Your ass
and
supposed
then
to been
that's a
dead. Don't come back anymore.
yeah, and that's another thing. As of right now, no one truly knows the power of Vegeta because all of you of this tournament, everything you've seen up to this tournament was him training and training and training and destroying the hyperbolic time chamber like 30 fucking times out of, I don't know why. I
He
mean, I don't,
practices in he practices in zero gravity faithfully. So
yeah,
like
condensing all these,
he's very powerful. He's just not. He hasn't shown it. Gohan hasn't showed it. So
and that's so scary because I mean, it's bad enough they have as of right now, Universe 7 they have three people in their universe that can destroy the entire fucking universe in an instant.
well, four, because Frieza can destroy that shit too.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
not forget
Frieza
Frieza.
too. Frieza too. So that puts them at four people. Four people that can
And
match.
people keep forgetting that Goku and Vegeta is even. They still holding back when they have full power because
Yeah,
they can't use all their power in the blue form because if they lose control, everything is destroyed.
yeah. Just like how when he fought Beerus and Beerus lost his shit for a hot second, he damn near destroyed everything underground.
Yeah, like that, and that's crazy to know that this is their full power, but it's really not.
Yeah,
This is the
their full.
fullest power
This is
I
their
can
full power
control.
control.
Yeah, this is all I can control. If I go any higher than this, it's a wrap. We losing. We blowing up everything.
I might as well just say fuck it and kill them all at that
Exactly.
point.
But so far, that's that. So far, Dragon Ball Super is definitely in the meats and potatoes of things. We'll be back
Can't
next
forget
week.
about the Broly chick. The Broly
Yeah,
chick
we
is
forgot about
dangerous.
the Broly chick, and they used the same angle of only saying Goku's name, which was I felt that it was a shitty way to turn her into Broly. Well, we gonna call it Kale into the Broly form because you took my sister from me. Like that was just terrible, fucking terrible. But at least she controlled it, and I'm gonna stick to this. If Universe 7 wins, they're gonna either either they're gonna ask for all the Saiyans in that from universes to come to Universe 7, or they're gonna wish all the universes back. That's the only thing I see happening because they do get the Super Dragon Balls, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're gonna like make that wish. Like they have to. It's only right. It's Goku. Like I don't
Yeah.
really see them using it for personal gain. Maybe Vegeta. I want to be super Saiyan blue. Like shit like that. That's about it. But other than
Yeah.
that, I don't. That's all I see. But we'll be back next week with episode 2. We holler at you guys later. Peace. Anything else you want to say, Maurice? Bird gang.
Check it out. Check out the next episode, of this part two, it will be lit just like today. Oh
Y'all,
dang, I thought it,
and
yeah, I
don't
was
forget
finna,
to subscribe to Flamin' Soul. 2 L's and a 1. Don't don't forget to subscribe to that channel.
content,
Subscribe to my channel
content
for
coming soon.
Killer KF625. Subscribe to Mr. Real Music. Uh, and that's about it for the night. And don't forget to subscribe to Gang Gang Gamer. It's gonna be lit from now on. Peace. Ah.